Welcome back, everybody. If you've just joined us, Unole guy.
Where were you?
Where were you? We're still talking about science and technology and African women in that career field.
Yeah.
So now pose a question to the both of you.
Okay.
We have arts, we have other things and other things and other things. Why science and technology?
For me, it was just something from primary. I just knew that this is what I love to do. I was really good in science, not that I was not good at other things, but I thought my most strength was in the science department or the science field. So growing up, I mean, in our culture, you know that when you want to, what they tell you is that if you want to be somebody in life, you need to do science. So you grow up with that sort of like mentality that, okay, yeah, I need to be a doctor, I need to be this, you know. So you actually never explore other options. So it was like, okay, I'm good at science, and everybody's telling me, yeah, to
you were
science.
chosen. Like you won. Yeah.
So
but I want to know, like, Teresa, let's talk about, you know how like in African culture, like it's such a, there's things that men can do and
women.
What women can do and can't do. What do you think about that and in the world that we're living today?
I think what's important right now, we just need to go back to basics.
Okay.
We are all human beings, and all human beings, they have feet, they have legs, they have hands. Everything that men have, we do have.
Yeah.
And so it shouldn't be a defining factor that this can be done by women or not. I mean, for crying out loud, men are cooking these days.
Yeah.
And they cook better than me.
It's all right. It's all right. You were studying. You couldn't. Those are the 2-minute noodles. So it's all right. So right now, let's go back to food, guys.
Welcome back to Blue Couch right here on YOTV on SABC1. We've been talking about women in science, and I'm really excited because on the couch with us we have Londi, and Londi is from SASL's Bursaries Department. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, and I'm glad you're here because just like you, YOTV cares a lot about our viewers, and we care so much about you getting into a career in science. So please tell us more about the bursaries that you run.
SASL offers amazing bursaries that offer 100% of the studies for engineering and science students. Particularly now, nowadays, we're looking more towards funding people interested in engineering, science and chemistry and geology, especially the ladies these days.
Yes, and tell me, what do you think is so important about giving young people who wouldn't have had this opportunity in science? Why do you think it's so important to you and your company?
For the students, it's a life-changing opportunity, once in a lifetime, where you actually get your studies funded by somebody, and it doesn't only end there. You also get a chance to join the company and be trained to what you want to be, in this case, engineer or a scientist. And for the company, as well as for the whole of South Africa, what it means is that we have more and more skilled people in the country and the company as well.
Why does your company believe it's so important to empower women in the field of science?
As you know, a lot of the engineers that we have in South Africa are males. And in fact, if you look at the whole economically active population in South Africa, women only form 45% of that. And yet, if you think about the households, most are run by women with their partners or with women just as single parents. And therefore, that means we need more and more women who are economically active. Now, being an engineer in South Africa, it means you're one of the people who have scarce skills, which are very, very important for our sector in particular, whereby you're able to add such value in the technologies that we have, in the processes that we run as a company.
Londi, can we debunk a couple of stereotypes regarding bursaries? You know, a lot of people think that if you get a bursary and then the company closes down, you lose all that funding, you know, towards your education. You get a bursary, you get pregnant, you lose your funding. You get a bursary, and then you don't get the marks that you used to get when you maintained that bursary. So how does it work for you guys in this particular bursary that you guys are getting on?
Well, we are very strict in the beginning. When you get the bursary, when you're in grade 12, we're very strict in terms of the marks that we look for. However, at university, we encourage you to do the level best that you can. So we don't have a set target where we say you must get an average of a 95%. No, we don't do that. What we say is do your best per subject and make sure that you progress academically. And if you don't, we try and find out what issues are you experiencing as a student once you get to university.
Yes, so now I've just heard you, Londi, at home, and now I really want to apply for this bursary. And just to find out more about different careers in science, where do I go to do that?
Okay, you need to go onto our website, which is www.sasolbursaries.com. And then you will get all the information on there. And in fact, that's where you apply as well. Sasol bursaries are open 1st of January every single year, and we close at the end of March every single year for the year that follows. So currently, the grade 12s have a chance to apply for next year's bursaries, and the grade 11s have a chance to make sure that their marks are right at the end of the year, so that this time next year they can use this chance to apply for Sasol bursaries.
Yes, and guys, if you're watching at home now, if you look on the screen, there are websites that you can actually go to make sure that if you want a further career in science, check out those websites and know all the information that you need to get a hold of those bursaries. Londi, thank you so much for explaining all of that. I hope somebody did you guys learn something from this whole process? Would you like to ask Londi something? Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll come back just now in just a moment to find out more about women in science right here on YOTV's Blue Couch. We'll be right back.
Yes, you're back in it. We're back in. I'm stealing America's rapping thing. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Gotta do poo poo.
So we did ask you guys, do you think that African women can belong in the field of technology and science? And A would be yes and B would be no. So we asked you guys on Facebook, and here are your comments.
Yes, we've got one here from Boniwe, Tandogutle Bapanga Aruwa. If teaching science and technology is a career in sciences, then I suppose we, basically women, have been in the field for ages, because many science educators are female, and that is the mainstream of it all. I agree. Do you guys agree? Were your lecturers also?
Yeah, I had my master's supervisor was actually a woman, and she's brilliant. She knows what she does. Like she's the most amazing person that I know in a
and made
field.
you even more passionate about. You see, when a lecturer can make you passionate about what you do, then that's it. They've done their job.
And still on that note, I'm sure someone's sitting at home and thinking, I'm really very, very interested, and I'm doing so well at school with my science and technology subjects. What do I study in varsity?
What is you got?
Where you are right now?
Okay, I've done mechanical engineering. It's BSc Mech Eng. And you can continue to do masters in that. You can do your PhD, and you call Dr. So-and-so. But I think basics, it's just sticking to, you can do BSc as well. It depends on what you're passionate about. There's zoology, there's quite a lot of things. So people must really be in touch with whatever that they like, and it's easier when you're passionate about something to actually go into a career in that.
All right, you know what, Marvel, we have to go to an ad break right now, but we will ask you what you did. So you at home, make sure you stick around. We'll see you guys after this.